Santorini, also known as Thera, is located in the Cyclades complex in the South Aegean Sea. Because of its unique morphology, it is one of the most famous tourist destinations in the world. Essentially one huge rock inside the deep blue sea, a beautiful sight that has been captured by millions of people from around the world. The shape of the island as it appears today was formed in 1613 BCE after a volcanic eruption in the sea. This eruption broke up the big round island into smaller parts, with an ocean depth reaching 1,500 meters between them. Santorini today is a popular cosmopolitan destination, making it one of the most expensive places to visit in Greece. However, this doesn't mean that someone on a budget can't visit and experience the magic. Although it's a small island, a mere 76 square kilometers, there are many beautiful places to explore. To really get a good taste of what the island has to offer, you need to spend at least 4 to 5 days here. Even better if you have your own vehicle. Otherwise, you can get around with the local bus services. The main town of Santorini is called Fira. It is located in the middle of the caldera, north of the port. The view here is breathtaking. The town is lively during the morning hours due to the cruise ships that bring thousands of people to the island. Through the old port, they come up to town by either cable car or on donkeys up the steep and slim stone path. The town has many beautiful paths that are worth walking. Every corner entails beautiful scenery and a romantic environment, this being one of the main reasons couples from around the world get married in Santorini. There are many kinds of stores and little shops where you can find everything you need. Likewise, there are a plethora of cafes and restaurants offering many different types of cuisine. To be honest, I didn't enjoy the nightlife here because the only places where you could get a drink at were either clubs or pubs. I couldn't find any typical Greek bars that are dominant in other Greek islands, and that's what I wanted. The beaches of Santorini are located in the south and east sides of the island. All of them are well organized with sun loungers and umbrellas, but they get very crowded during high season. The most popular beaches are Pirgos and Kamari. They are very similar and are separated by the mountain of ancient Thera. Pirgos is the southern beach and stretches from the village of Pirgos to Imerovigli and ends at St. George. It's the longest beach on the island, almost 3 kilometers, and is full of cafes and restaurants. The most lively area is Pirgos, which has many beach bars with loud music starting from noon. It is 12 kilometers from Fira and takes about 15 minutes to get there. In the north part of Pirgos, you will find Kamari Beach. There are many options here as well. In the 1.5 kilometers of beach, you can find many cafes and restaurants. If you decide to visit ancient Thera by car, you need to pass through Kamari. Otherwise, you have to go on foot from Pirgos. The distance from Kamari to Fira is 7 kilometers and takes about 13 minutes. At these two beaches, water sport enthusiasts can find well-organized centers for jet skiing, canoeing, tubing, water biking, or parachuting. West of Parissa, you will find Vlihada Beach, a unique natural terrain and an amazing sight. The beach here also has umbrellas and sun loungers, but is a quieter environment than Parissa or Kamari Beach. Further west, you will find Akrotiri Beach. From here, you can walk to the Red Beach, which is about a 15-minute walk, or you can take the boat there. After Red Beach, the boat goes to the Black and White Beach. It's a fun little boat ride that is worth the time. On the east side of Santorini and north of Kamari, the first beach you find is called Monolithos. It's behind the airport, but to reach it, you must take another road because the one from Kamari doesn't lead there. There are sun loungers and umbrellas, the sand is a rich black, and there are a few taverns and cafes. Moving north to Ia, using the eastern road of the island, the next beach that you will come across is Vurvulos. To get there, you have to turn right once you enter the village of Vurvulos, and then continue on for 3 kilometers. It's a small beach, and on the right side of it, there's a small little port and a tavern right in front of it. If you continue down the same road, the next beach you will find is Kulubos. There's a nice beach bar where you can have a refreshment or a cocktail. My next stop is Ia, so I can capture the beautiful sunset. Ia is one place you can't miss if you go to Santorini. It's located in the northwest part of the island on the caldera, making it especially beautiful. The view is one of a kind, because aside from the deep blue sea, you can see Thracia Island, the volcano, and the south cape of Santorini. Ia has many tourist shops, restaurants, and cafes that are usually busy after around noon. You can find interesting hotels in Ia that have amazing views and excellent services. If you want to see the town during a quieter time of day when it's not so crowded, you have to visit before noon. From about 6 o'clock up until sunset, the north side is full of people who are there to enjoy the most famous sunset in the world. Be prepared for quite the hassle when trying to get back to the center of town right after the sun has set, as the streets and walkways are flooded with people. The nightlife here is quite lively, with nice bars to enjoy a few drinks at. "10 minutes on foot, in the north side of Fira, is a small settlement called Firostefani. The name means Crown of Fira, because of its geographical location in relation to the rest of Fira. There are many traditional houses, picturesque paths, and nice views of the volcano. It is as beautiful as Fira, but more quiet and relaxing. About a kilometer north of Firo Stefani is a village called Imerovigli. It stretches to the highest point of the caldera, about 300 meters above sea level. It's a traditional village constructed under special conditions and limitations due to its location. The name is a composite of the words day and vigil. It is believed that at one point there was a tower here which served as an observation point for pirates. Just in front of Imerovigli, there was a settlement called Skaros Castle, one of the 5 castles of Santorini. Skaros was the island's capital for many years, but was abandoned in the early 17th century due to the serious damage caused by the eruption of the underwater volcano. If I could afford it, Imerovigli would be my first choice to stay at in Santorini, as it has some really beautiful hotels. It's really gorgeous here, beautiful scenery that you just can't get sick of. I'm now headed to Pirgos, the highest village in Santorini, which is located 10 kilometers southeast of Fira. It has some nice views of the island, and many people come here to walk on its beautiful paths. Pirgos was one of the 5 castles of Santorini and became the capital after the abandonment of Skaros in Imerovigli. Four kilometers southeast of Pirgos is the monastery of the Prophet Elias, and definitely worth visiting. It's really nice, and there's a great view of the whole island. In the southwest part of Santorini, about 15 kilometers from Fira, you will find Akritiri. This village became famous because of the prehistoric settlement that was discovered in this area. From the findings of the excavations, we now know that the area of Akritiri was originally inhabited during the late Neolithic period, about 4500 BCE, and in the 18th century BCE became a city. In the beginning of the 17th century, it was razed by an earthquake, but was rebuilt on the ruins and flourished during the late Cycladic period, up to the Minoan eruption that dismembered the island. About 1 kilometer away from the ancient settlement, inside the Venetian castle of Akritiri, you will find an interesting tower from the 13th century called La Ponta. The tower operates as a bagpipe workshop and showroom. At the southern cape of Akritiri is a lighthouse that was built in 1892 and is one of the best in the entire Greek network of lighthouses. It's about 18 kilometers away from Fira and 58 meters above sea level. At the top of the mountain that divides Pirgos and Kamari beaches lies ancient Thera. This city was established in the 8th century BCE and was inhabited up to the First Byzantine period. In its current form, you can see the strong influences from the Hellenistic and the Roman periods. The traces of the first centuries of its existence have disappeared due to the continuous habitation. The views from up here are great because you can almost see the whole island. What makes Santorini really stand out is the unusually green surface for a cycladic island, which comes from the vast amount of grapevines on the island. The adverse climate conditions, consisting of strong winds, forced farmers to adopt a unique, low-shaped pruning so as to protect the grapes from both the wind and the heat during the summer. Santorini Wine is pretty famous, and on the island you can find many well-known traditional wineries. The only one that I had the time to visit was Art Space, which functions as a gallery and museum.
Art Space από το 14 χρόνια, το 1999, είναι οποίο γκαλερί και μουσείο. Ταυτόχρονα ισοδύναμα ξεκίνησε σαν γκαλερί, αλλά συνέχεια έγινε και εινοποιείο σιγά σιγά σταδιακά, γιατί απλώς έκανα κρασιά για να κερνάω τους επισκέπτες και κατέληξα και εινοποιείο μετά. Ο μουσιακός ο χώρος, γιατί είναι ένα από τα παλιά εινοποιεία του νησιού, αναστηλωμένο όσο γινόταν χωρίς ρετούς, αρετουσάριστο και αυτιασίδωτο. Φιλοξενεί Έλληνες καλλιτέχνες κατά 80-90% και έχει και κάποιους από το διεθνή χώρο.
My 5 days on the island passed very quickly, and I didn't even visit the volcano. Santorini is one place that every avid traveler must visit. It's a unique place that will leave you with wonderful memories for the rest of your life.